So wanted to show you guys a little bit about pen tool cutouts for the first part of your project. You're going to find an image and cut something out of that image, whether it be a person, some sort of animal or thing that you want to bring into another photo. And we've learned in the past about using quick masks. Now, the preferred way and the better looking better quality cutout will be done using the pen tool. So I've started to trace out this picture. This is a picture of my son Van. He's kind of angry in the photo. But I've started to trace it out already. I didn't want to have the whole video of me sitting there tracing around because it does take about 10 to 20 minutes to trace out an object. The key steps, you need your pen tool obviously. You need to make sure paths are selected and that you're making that you will make a selection later on. You won't click that yet, but the first thing is just pen tool and make sure that you choose path here so that we're creating a path, a work path. And so this is my work path that I've started on. Hopefully I'll be able to reselect it here. Now you won't have to do this in yours because you have already you should do it all in one selection, but if you look, I've already started to trace around here. So I started right here, I went all the way around, traced his shoes, up through his legs, back around. So you're tracing the whole outside of the person that you want to cut out. Basically, this is your cut line when we go to trim out. So it gets really tough when you get to the hair and things like that. I'm just going to continue this and finish it up and show you how to move past this point. So it looks like this was my last point. Oops, no it wasn't. There's one down here. Okay. There we go. So I'm going to continue from here. When you curve, remember you need to end your curve line, so you can click, make a curve here. I know I'm starting to a new curve here, so I'm going to end that by holding down Option. Sometimes you'll go into another curve based off your anchor points, but you know, this is something that you'll get familiar with after you do those practice templates, or you probably should have already done that by now, so hopefully you feel a little bit more comfortable with the pen tool. You want to limit your clicks. Do as much of the shape as possible. And when you get all the way to the end, you should loop back to where you started. So this is my starting point. This is my last click here. And boom, I've closed off my path. So now what I can do with this is I can take this and make it into a selection. You can even feather that if you want. If you want to just kind of blend the edge a little bit nicer, hit OK. Now this is turned into a selection. You need to check how you're making your selection. So when you hit here, you can say new selection. It looks like it's selecting the outside for me, so I'm going to inverse it. And so it's just Van that is selected, and I will copy and paste him. You can also do this little shortcut, new layer via copy, which is Command J. So I'm just going to hit Command J. And so now I should have a layer with just him cut out. And it's a lot nicer than having a mask. It just looks smoother, a little bit cleaner cut when you bring it over to something else. You'll notice here, in between his arms, there's some parts that still could be cut out as well. Let me just do that really quick. And you'll do that the exact same way. We'll do a selection. Or a path, I should say. Now, if this takes you less than, to cut out somebody takes you less than 5 minutes to do, you're probably not doing it right. You want to take your time and make sure it's really good quality, that you're cutting it out properly, you're not chopping off parts of the photo that you need. I'm going to do both these parts in one here, so it's two different pieces that I'm making as my path. So that way when I bring this to another photo, there won't be these little white spots in here. So we'll make the selection. and I will delete it or cut it away. Oops. Sorry, it didn't keep both of those. You can keep both of those. There's a selection options here where you can add shapes together, or you can just do them individually. I kind of had to redo this one because I forgot to check mark that. Okay. Good. So now I'll make this a selection. Cut it away. Cool. So now he's all cut out, ready to go to another photo. I already have one open just to show you how to bring it to something else. So I'm going to say duplicate layer into the background photo. We'll go there and take a look at it and see how it looks. Okay, pretty cool. He's in this other photo now. I can save this. I can make adjustments to the image if I need to fix the color. Let's say, I decided maybe in this photo now I want to bring up the brightness in it and make some adjustments to the picture. You may need to mask certain things away. But now I've properly brought a cutout into another photo. So I have this as my after image. The before picture should have been saved already. So I have the van before picture. Here's the van after picture. All right. I've also created a document for you to put your final projects into. So the Photoshop cutoff, you would place the before and the after pic here. I'm going to do that really fast so you can see how to do it. Place the before pic in on a new layer. And just get this size, as nice as you can make it, as big as you can get it without, taking up the other side space here. So here's his after. Place this one in, like so. So that way we can see what you cut out and where it ended up. And you'll do the same for the vector tracing. So that's the gist on pentool cutouts in Photoshop.